Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with one of the new best HOG Rider decks in the meta. The balance changes brought the Firecracker a massive IQ buff, so she won't spend time shooting the wrong stuff. If you thought Firecracker spam was annoying before, well, it's got about 10 times more utterly obnoxious. And no Archer Queen, Princess, or Musketeer will be safe, because if they try to snipe your Firecracker, they're gonna get fired by the Monk. His attack speed got a pretty big buff in the balance changes too, so the brick wall is back to stop any attack. It's time to pop off with the new best Firecracker HOG Rider deck in Clash Royale and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. You can use Knight instead of Monk and Tesla for Cannon. Lots of love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to make all of the high effort videos possible. A massive thanks to Stumble Guys for sponsoring the video today. Stumble Guys is a free-to-play multiplayer party game for players of all ages. Run, jump, and stumble throughout matches of 31 players to qualify for the next round. Qualify for all 3 rounds to earn gems, XP, and a victory crown when you destroy everyone. Customize your Stumbler your own way, with tons of different skins, free daily spins from the rewards wheel, show off emotes, and flex against your friends around the world. The game's available in 16 different languages on the App Store, Google Play, or on Steam. And there's a ton of new maps too. The Rush Hour map is one of my favorites. You gotta make your way across trucks in this new obstacle course. And Stumble Guys has an official partnership with the NFL, featuring an all-new Super Bowl level with a whole bunch of new challenges. Make sure to not fumble or stumble when you make your way through this crazy and chaotic course. And coming in February, you'll be able to join a party with your friends to play with you. There are so many unique skins, but I love the George Washington one. And the new customization with the Rainbow Lightning footsteps is epic. Download Stumble Guys today for free using the link in the description of the video or in the pinned comment. Let's get it. So first things first, we're gonna go for our HOG Rider because a lot of times, even though people will have counters to your HOG Rider, they won't have it in cycle at the right time. So if this guy has like Tornado and then a building, sometimes they'll have it like 8th card and you'll get a ton of value. Ooh, I want to test out the Firecracker. Is it going to splash onto the bomber and then hit the tower? I think that's going to work out pretty nicely. Even if the Firecracker ends up dying here, it should be able to give us a lot of damage. So that was well worth it. And he's not going to be able to activate King Tower. Oh my gosh, so Firecracker before would not get that shot on the tower, but after the buff, that is a monumental change. And that's why Firecracker became one of the better cards in Clash Royale, as you guys can see. So I'm going to go Goblins inside corner because it will always give me more damage. I'm also going to go and catapult a HOG Rider at my homie. If you guys don't like playing against a Electro Giant deck, the reason why we have Cannon in this deck is because we want to make sure with a quick card cycle, we're able to cycle back to multiple of them. So I'm just going to go for a Cannon here. That's totally fine. I think I can get a Firecracker down here. And then I'm going to go in for Goblins. I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit. I'm going to eat the bomber damage on the other side. And you guys look at the Electro Giant. It's not able to stun on top of the Goblins when the Ice Spirit is stunning or freezing the Electro Giant. Its reflection damage is completely nullified. It only works when it's actively on the map and not frozen by either a freeze or an Ice Spirit. So that's why you always want to make sure that your Ice Spirit is stunning the Electro Giant or freezing the Electro Giant while the Electro Giant is going to be hammered by the Goblins, so then the Goblins don't take damage from attacking the Electro Giant. So pretty good stuff. Awesome strat for us, and we worked out just eating some damage on the left-hand side because we knew that we couldn't defend everything at once, and we concentrated our avenue of defense on top of the Electro Giant because that's where the damage would really pile up. I'm going to go in for the Monk ability, and then I might be able to go in for like Goblin's HOG Rider there on the right-hand side if I was a little bit quicker with it, but it's okay. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if I want to go for a HOG Rider into the Golden Knight here because he's probably going to click the ability, and I want him to like not be able to hit the Firecracker optimally. Yep, that was really good stuff. We can go in for Goblins here as well. We can go for an Earthquake, finish off the Cannon, and then go in for a Monk as well, just to apply a lot of aggression so then he's not able to afford a Lightning on top of this Cannon, hopefully. That's what I want to see. I don't know if it's going to work out. So we can go in for a Cannon in an even better spot than we did last time and pull that Electro Giant as far as we possibly can. Then he's going to go in for a Lightning. We're just going to go for an Ice Spirit and Goblins with the Firecracker, and I think that fully counters the Electro Giant. Watch that, guys. He's dropping so much Elixir, and he barely did any damage to my tower. He overspent like crazy. That was a Tornado and a Lightning. That was 9 Elixir down the drain, dude. You literally dropped everything you had. Jeez, that's incredible. So for 9 Elixir, he still wasn't able to take my tower through a 3 Elixir Cannon. If you guys haven't done that before, definitely use your Goblins and Ice Spirit, and you're able to just break down all the big beatdown decks very easily. So I'm going to go in for Goblins here. I can follow up with a HOG Rider, and then just consistently cycle more Firecrackers. Yo, that's hilarious. We just knocked back the Electro Giant. I think we're going to knock down his tower too. GG and well played. So great deck to beat Electro Giant, and one of the best new HOG Rider decks in the meta. Let's keep climbing up. I love running Hog Rider decks because it's just super safe against everything. No matter what your opponent's going to have, even if they have Electro Giant Tornado with also, you know, the cannon like last game with 2 spontaneous Hog Rider answers, we should be fine. I think we're playing against another Hog Rider counter deck, right? With a Tornado and then probably a Bomb Tower from the looks of things, right? Typically when you see minor wall breakers with Magic Archer, it is always coming with a delicious Bomb Tower or Inferno Tower depending on what version they're running. So I'm expecting him to go for a Bomb Tower here when we go for a Hog Rider, so I would like to counter the Miner with that. And then he can't go Magic Archer because we can just go and click the Monk ability, and the Monk ability will fully reflect back the Magic Archer, giving us enough damage to finish it off. So if he goes in for the Bomb Tower as we expect, we're able to reflect back the damage of the Bomb Tower to itself, and then it won't be able to hit the Hog Rider or the Monk. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the Monk ability down fast enough. I still have to get used to that because I haven't been playing the Monk in a while, you know? I have to dust off all of the dust that has been accumulating in my attic. That Monk, he has been, I don't know, kind of peculiar to say the least after the balance changes, the initial one. He was the best card. He went from first to worst because they decided to change his elixir cost and gave him nothing else the first time. But now I think he's back in action and he is a great card if you play him correctly in the right decks. So he is going to go in for a log. He's going to hit my tower and that's totally fine. Generally, we want to get him in a card cycle where he doesn't have Tornado and he's forced to go in for the Bomb Tower so we can Earthquake it and also get the Monk value. So I'm going to go for a Hog Rider here in the back. And this might look really weird to you guys, but that's the game plan. I want to go in for the Hog Rider first so I can get back to it again. And I want to get a Monk ability down, please. Let's go. That Magic Archer is dead, boys. And look at that value. I wonder if we got reflection damage with the Magic Archer piercing the tower too. It honestly looked like that for a second. I think I got more damage with the Magic Archer hitting its own tower. That was not the type of geometry that you learned from math class. You probably failed school, my man. So I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit here. He probably logs it. It's totally fine. We're going to go for a Hog Rider and Goblins on the other side because maybe if he goes in for the log, he won't have anything for the Goblins, hopefully. Oh, that Hog Rider! How did that go towards tower? I genuinely do not understand how that worked out, but I am proud of my Hog Rider. That was awesome. So I'm going to go in for a Monk here, and then I can go in for a Firecracker on the other side, and he will never know which side I'm going for, which is probably the most fun part about it in general. Is like if your opponent doesn't know where you're going to go, then you're just going to always leave them guessing. I'm going to click the Monk ability, then I'm going to go in for an Earthquake and a log to finish that off, and I want to get back to an Ice Spirit ideally. If I can get back to an Ice Spirit on the Magic Archer, that's going to be a pretty safe and, I don't know, just cheap elixir counter to it. So he's going to get some extra damage, but my tower is focusing the Magic Archer, so it's not going to be that bad. And my Firecracker's IQ was buffed. Wait, what? She shot halfway across the map and targeted something that I didn't expect. Oh my gosh. This guy, I am living on your towers. I'm living in your brain. And this game is quite honestly a prison for you. I can go for a Firecracker to outrange that Bomb Tower, I believe. Oh, it doesn't outrange it. Well, Firecracker, we tested something today in science class, and it was an absolute failure. You are fired from that interaction, never to be seen again. I'm not doing that again. It was a bad trade. So he'll probably go in for like a, okay, that did not work out as planned. Maybe the Magic Archer is going to hit its own wall breakers, though? Yeah, it did. The Magic Archer is playing for me this game. It got damage in the left-hand tower, and then it also left you with no way of getting your wall breakers through because guess what, bro? I was able to get a lot of value piercing on the wall breakers with your own Magic Archer. We're just going to go for a cannon here because it's a convenient counter for less elixir. Then we're going to follow up with a Valkyrie counter with a Firecracker. And then I'm going to follow up with a Hog Rider here. He is just spamming as much elixir as he possibly can, and he is very desperate. He has no answer to this Hog Rider plus Firecracker combination, and we walk away with a win. So despite this guy having 2 good answers to the Hog Rider, as you guys can see, he wasn't able to stop me. While this man rolls his eyes, we're going to be rolling on to the next one. There's something so satisfying about playing Hog Rider and destroying Tornado and building decks back to back. Let's go. We got a game against Lewis. So first things first, we are going to go for that Hog Rider if we have it in our hand, and we do. Let's get it. So that's a really good start for us. He's going to have Hunter, so that's making me think that it will probably be either a Graveyard deck or potentially Royale Giant. Wow, he's actually just going to showcase Mega Knight immediately. This guy doesn't care. He's out here. We're going to go in for the Firecracker here to activate King Tower against the Mega Knight, and I think that's worth it, even though the Hunter just did so much damage to me. I was going to say, that Hunter is finishing off my tower, but it's not dead yet. We're still alive somehow. I'm going to go in for a log, and I'm going to try to keep the Monk alive a little bit longer. Oh, let's go! First Monk ability of the day. It wouldn't have it any other way, getting that damage on the tower against the Mega Knight player. I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit and Hog Rider because we have already activated King Tower early on. It's going to be easy for us to defend whatever he throws at us. And the Ice Spirit will stun his stuff because he doesn't have that much elixir. It's going to be hard for him to get value. Especially because we have the King Tower, we're able to whittle away that miner and then hopefully have the minions get dissolved quick. Yeah, got a minion hit on my tower, which is more than I anticipated, to be honest. But we're in a very good spot. So, with the King Tower activation early, if you guys saw the placement, then you want to keep replicating that. You can do that with Ice Spirit, you can do that with Goblins, you can do that with Firecracker, you can do that with Monk, you can even do that with Cannon as your first card that you cycle and then the Ice Spirit afterward, and that works out wonderfully as well. So, I'm going to go for Monk in the middle because I want to be able to pull the Mega Knight and then have all 3 towers engaged. Wait, this is permanent tank value. Permanent tank value, baby! That is incredible, and that's why we love the Monk. There's just so much outplay potential with this card, and it just doesn't have that type of, you know, just blandness that the Golden Knight and Skeleton King have, where, you know, you see their ability with the dash with the Bandit, and you're like, okay, we've seen that Golden Knight. Okay, we've seen the Skeleton spawn just like a Graveyard Skeleton King. You haven't seen the reflection value and the ultimate tank value that the Monk delivers. So we're going to get those Goblins up close and personal. And the Firecracker was able to shut down the minions. This guy wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready either. I am so used to my Firecracker just fumbling to try to find a way to even get one shot off. But the Firecracker, she's buffed her IQ. She is 10 times smarter now. So we're going to go in for the Monk ability, and then I should have went in for an Earthquake if I was playing this better, to be honest, because it would have been able to immediately kill the skeletons. So just live and learn and always play better and always understand, like, hey, you know, if I make a misplay here, I can use that as a way of just not making that misplay in the future. I'm going to go in for another Monk ability because I want to be able to blast back the Hunter shots immediately back at its face. Awesome stuff. And if I go for a Hog Rider, he'll probably go for Mega Knight, and then we can go in for a Skeleton Army counter with the Earthquake. Yeah? Where's the Skeleton Army? Where is it at? Are you not going to do it? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, the Earthquake was magical there. That Mega Knight was moving in slow motion. And, you know, this loss was pretty fast. To be honest, this was an awesome win. Activating King Tower early on against Mega Knight is priceless because it will permanently pay off, giving you easier access to positive elixir trades every time your opponent spams into you. Hey, we got a game against someone with the Nerf Mega Knight clan. You know what? We just beat Mega Knight, so maybe you should be watching our videos, man. We're out here going in for the Firecracker in the back, and I'm not super scared of him activating King Tower here. In fact, wait, he's going to log expecting the Firecracker to die, but we're going to keep it alive with the Hog Rider. Let's freaking go. Oh, is this Electro Giant again? Oh, no, it's going to be Royal Giant. Okay. So we're just experimenting with every type of giant today, and that was a giant, colossal, catastrophic failure for my dude. That was awesome. He actually missed that King Tower activation simply because all of his units just put in too much damage. So that is going to be a very dead Phoenix. It's not going to resurrect. We don't get to show you guys that new animation. It looks so small compared to what it was before when it gets reborn. I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit here, and then I'm going to go in for a Firecracker in the back, and he's going to go for that Royal Giant. So it's pretty important for me to go in the same side with this Firecracker, even though he's got a Royal Giant on the field. That won't deter me. That won't scare me. If we keep up the offense and his elixir is low, he'll never be able to deal a finishing blow with this Royal Giant push because everything's going to get dissected. Notice how he's dropping that Phoenix in front, which will definitely die to my cannon here. Then I can go in for a Monk afterward and then go in for a Log and just make sure that we displace and misplace all this stuff. So I guess the scariest thing right now is him going for the pre-log, which he did miss. That feels pretty good. I think I want to go for an Ice Spirit so then I can go in for a Hog Rider. Any ounce of elixir more would limit my offensive capabilities when he doesn't have a Fisherman in cycle. So because he had no Fisherman in cycle, it's really fishy for him, and we are going to catch his entire tower. There's nothing he can do to defend. Completely overcommitted, and I think he quit the game too.
A few dominance is asserted later.
It's 4th of July on our opponent's tower, and we're taking every single crown. He laughed a lot after he knew he lost, and he was incredibly tilted. Maybe we'll get him to change his clan to Nerf Hog Rider Firecracker. Yo, this guy finished 131 in the world, so it's going to be the best player we've played against all day. Let's get it. Let's get a challenge here, and he's a 21 player too. Okay, I'm ready for it. So Mega Minion and also the Golden Boy. Probably looking like either a Graveyard deck or an Electro Giant deck. In either event, I think it's optimal for me to go for the cannon and shut down the Golden Knight. So, do we go for like an Ice Spirit to go and pull the Mega Minion? I gotta go in for Goblins here. Pull back the Mega Minion to make sure it doesn't do as much damage to my tower. I think it still gets one swipe. Jeez, if it gets two, I'm sad. So we're currently in the lead because the goblins put in a little bit more damage, but I think this is going to be a challenge. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I like getting better at the game by playing against players that are potentially better than me. So he's going to go in for a golem. Wait, this might be extremely good for me because if I go in for the firecracker and I use the monk just to stay alive a little bit longer, we can make sure that we decimate the golem and get a disastrous amount of damage on your tower. Okay, so I kind of want to log this just to finish it off. Maybe go in cycle. Okay, never mind. I really thought it would finish it off. And then also, if you guys noticed, the baby dragon didn't get stunned. The bats were able to barely be able to kill on top of that ice spirit. That was so lame. Oh, I thought the bats wouldn't be able to kill that in conjunction with the baby dragon, and I severely miscalculated that. So we'll see if we can bounce back. I would say this matchup is still in my favor, and we are playing against a really good player, so you never really know. I'm going to try to go and click the monk ability. Yes! Let's go! Whoa! We rolled our way back. Even though that seemed like a miserable position for us, we're kind of back in business. The one thing that is traumatic for me is the fact that, you know, he's got lightning most likely because he's got Night Witch. And if we play against someone that's got lightning, I don't know if the cannon will be enough to stop this golem. It's been a pretty crazy game so far. Highly chance that he's going to go for a lightning. I kind of want to go for Ice Spirit up top, just so if he goes in for a lightning, he's not able to get the trade that he's looking for. We're going to go in for a log, and then we're going to go goblins up top just to be able to go and pull the Golden Knight. And notice how the Golden Knight wasn't able to kill all the goblins because of that placement of the goblins. So if you guys didn't know that, maybe you'll walk away with one thing from this game, and that's the goblin placement against the Golden Knight. If you do that particular placement at the very top, the Golden Knight will not be able to counter it if it's already dashing. The goblins will fully counter the Golden Knight, and even though we weren't able to counter the baby dragon, maybe, you know, the Golden Knight is going to be a very nice consolation prize. We go for a cannon early on so I can maybe cycle back to another one, and then I'm going to go for a Hog Rider so we can apply more aggression. And I want to go for a firecracker on the left-hand side so I can continuously pile on the crackers so then these firecrackers can just pop off. All right, so need to go goblins again. Maybe I can get a monk down here and then cycle 2 cannons. This is hilarious. Look at how far I'm pulling them all the way around the world. This is incredible. If I can get a firecracker down and I can stop that Golden Knight, we can go in for an Ice Spirit as well. And then we can go for goblins. I think with 5 seconds remaining, we're barely going to walk away with a win. The Hog Rider is going to be able to tank. And this guy's chances of winning tanked too. You love to see it. The bounce back was real. And that comeback, we blasted ourselves back into the game further than any firecracker ever has. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.